gonna want some more. They talk about love, life, fam, fun, all in one. Let's take a ride. It just begun. Come on, everybody, you sure to get your laugh on. It's the Candy and Kev Show.
Welcome. I had to stretch out my arms so I don't be sitting here looking crazy.
Kevin, get your inaugural coffin because we're going to do that.
How are you doing, Miss Beautiful?
I am doing well. It is I had to move it out the way. So
I thought you was great. Smack me in my face with your hair. You know you do that a lot, right?
I do what?
Like you'll be like, whatever, and you'll just like swing your hair, and I just like.
Oh, take a mouthful of hair.
Like,
that didn't come out right. Never mind.
You know.
But what we're going to do right now before we go any further is go ahead and ask you to hit that share button.
Be right. Well, thank you for liking and sharing, and thank you for joining the Candy and Kev conversation on stay-at-home edition. As you can notice that we dropped off the car. Reason for that is because we're ever evolving. Right now, we're not in the car, and we're growing into a higher.
It's the Candy and Kev Kitchen Edition.
Yeah, so stay tuned, guys, because we got a lot of stuff going on.
Fix you up. I mean, we're at home, but we don't have to necessarily.
I thought I looked rather cute.
Well, your T-shirt was showing, and then I'm gonna need you to move into the frame, babe. Just move into the frame.
Babe, it's a bar right here, so
No, but you need to move over. Okay, there you go.
There you go.
So, welcome to Conversation with Candy and Kev.
Excuse me, Saints, but that hurt like hell. I'm sorry.
At home edition.
Yes.
Today is there's so much that we need to get into, so we're going to get right into it. All right, listen, guys.
Can I give an announcement? And I apologize because I should have run this announcement past my wife before I did it. So I am going to get a lot of heat for this later, but I'm going to kind of tell you guys we are going to be on Tuesday through Friday. Mondays we have a lot of production stuff to get done, and then this Sunday we have something really major that we're going to be doing. So we need time to recoup from that. So I think we should go on from Tuesday to Tuesday to Friday. Gives us an opportunity to prepare for the rest of the week. And then we got so many other things coming on. What do you think, Candy?
I think that you shouldn't make these type of announcements without having these conversations with me first.
Didn't I just preface it by saying I'm going to get in trouble for this?
Yeah, so here come the smoke. I don't think you should be making these
what do you think,
announcements. I'm not in love with the idea.
Okay.
I'm really not.
Well, I'm gonna tell you Monday show's gonna suck because I'm not gonna have enough time to do any kind of production after all the stuff that we have to do on Sundays.
I'm not in love with that idea. Do you want my honest? And we are known for giving our honest reaction, and my honest reaction is that idea sucks.
Yeah, I have to live with it for a little while.
No, I don't actually have to
I'll
live
say this.
with
I'll
it
say this.
because
You'll
this
have
is
to
the
produce
Candy and Kev show.
You'll have to produce Monday shows. I'm off on Mondays.
Hold on, y'all are part of the staff meeting. Like, yo, I mean, you just jumping out there. Did we vote? Hello?
Vote?
What?
Did you say vote?
I did.
Bam! Come on, Candy, talk about it.
So, today is the day. We are nearing the final countdown. This week, we have New Jersey, Delaware, Louisiana, Puerto Rico. After that, don't do that. After that, there's only one left. That's Connecticut is the only one left after that. But today, New Jersey, Delaware, Louisiana, Puerto Rico head to the polls for their primaries today. Your absentee ballot We're beyond that. You saw the date was there. We've been given this information. If you wanted to do the absentee ballot, you had until yesterday at 3:00. So now today, you have to, if you're going to go in person, find your local polling place. You should have received in the mail a message about where your polling place would be. You can also, if you've received your mail-in ballot, you can take it physically too. If you follow the instructions on the mail-in ballot, there's a section called the FAQs, the frequently asked questions, will give you the exact location of where you can drop your mail-in ballot off. You cannot drop your mail-in ballot in most cases, I know in New Jersey, because I read the FAQs, the frequently asked questions, where you would drop your mail-in ballot is not necessarily where you would go to cast your vote. So read the instructions if you have your mail-in ballot and you want to drop that off. Now, if you are going to be mailing in the ballot, it needs to be postmarked today, and it needs to be received, I think they said by, no. It needs to be received within, I want to say by Monday. But the best bet is to either go to your polling station and vote, or fill out the mail-in ballot. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, because it's not just you check it off and just put it in an envelope. You have to sign some things, you have to certify some things, you have to answer some questions, and you have to put one envelope inside of another envelope. So please, because it says on the envelopes, on the materials, if you do not follow the instructions, your vote will not count. So take the time to please read the instructions if you're going to use that mail-in ballot, and take it to the location to drop it off, or drop it off at the post office. Again, it needs to be postmarked today with today's date if you are mailing it in. If you have some concerns about it reaching the proper place by the deadline, even though it's postmarked today, it still has to get to the proper facility in time. So if you have some concerns about that, then you might want to just go ahead and look in your pamphlet to see where you can drop your physical mail-in ballot off. Again, do not assume that where your polling station is, that is also where you can drop the mail-in ballot, because it just may not be the case.
And if you need a ride today, my wife has volunteered herself. You inbox her, she will come pick you up and take you where you need to go. We'll make sure that you get there. So if you need a way there and you don't have transportation, because we understand the importance of this situation and how critical it is for you to get out and vote, we want no excuses. Give us an inbox, give us a call if you have our number, and we'll make sure that we do the proper things to get you to that.
That's right. It's so important to let your voice be heard, which is why I am going to let my voice be heard as it pertains to Kevin's decision to make some decisions.
We'll be back on that. I apologize. I should have did that, y'all. I was totally
because
wrong.
I'm going to rock my vote. And
I was
my
totally
vote is
wrong.
No, it's a total negatory.
I can admit when I'm wrong, so I want to take the time, because I did it on air, to apologize to my queen for just jumping out there and trying to make an executive decision without discussing it with her.
No, you ain't that executive in this situation.
Well, wait a minute, I got 50-50, so...
Yeah, so we co-executives in this piece, so I'm going to let my vote be heard.
Now, you're supposed to say, Kevin, you know what?
Baby, you know who you married. But you know who you married. That's just not how the kid gets down. She says no. Okay, speaking of voting, there, again, no, seriously, if you in North Jersey, assist can't help you. Assist can't help you. But if you are in the South Jersey region area and you would like to go, if you need to drop your I had to look down at the screen and I saw
she gonna make you mask up. She gonna have a temperature thing in the car.
No, you sit in the back. Actually, you're sitting in the back. I'll be like driving Miss Daisy or Mr.
Uber,
Duke.
baby. Uber,
I don't know.
Uber.
What'd you say, Uber?
Uber.
Why you want me to have them pay?
Because we don't want to miss Daisy. That's slavisms.
Well, what you think Uber is?
You pay. It's a
Speaking
taxi.
of Uber, got some information with them. Uber is, their deal fell out with Grubhub. So they got into a deal with Postmates. So Uber and Postmates, they already had Uber Eats. Mm-hmm. So Uber and Postmates, Uber bought out Postmates, or they're partnering with, they probably bought out Postmates. So now it's going to be a whole bigger thing because now they're a part of Postmates. But getting back to the message at hand, I'm not coming to North Jersey, people, but no, seriously, serious inquiries only, because this is not a joking matter. If you need to get your mail-in ballot to a place, or if you need to get to your polling station, serious inquiries only. Like, don't play with me in my DM, because it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be cute. But Kevin and I, we will get you to where you need to be. Now, there are even rules with that. I cannot physically take your mail-in ballot. I can't do that. What I can take you, and you can get out the car and walk yourself into the situation, but I can't physically take your mail-in ballot in there. So if you need to get to your polling place, now listen, if you have a car and you just don't want to spend your gas, don't call me. Don't call my husband.
Because today is get off your ask me later and vote. Get off this hashtag, get off your ask me later and vote. And I'm doing this the correct way. I'm not going to use any explicitives. So this is get off your ask me later and vote. Get off me ask you later and vote. So come on, people, we got to do this. We got to make our vote count. This is my only disclaimer. If you're rolling for red face, don't call me.
No, we can't do that.
Don't call me. Yep, you got it.
No, we can't do that.
I will not get you there. We will just be driving lost till the end of the day. I will make sure that your thing gets put in a wrong. And people, please do not fall for stupidity.
People are the same. No, we're not. I'm sorry, I'm on my public enemy.
Please do not fall for. Kanye is not running for president. He's not even did the qualifications to be accepted as a candidate.
Bernie Sanders is not running for president. He's also another one that's not running for president.
Young people, do not write his name in there thinking it's a joking matter, because that vote will side on the air of going in the wrong direction.
Air on the side of.
Hashtag ask me later.
So listen,
get up your ask me later and
please. Bernie Sanders is not running for president. Kanye in his mind is running for president, but according to the laws of the land, he is not officially running for president. So don't get caught up and don't fall for the okie doke, people. Again, but the offer is out there now. What we're not going to do. Things have to be in. Your vote has to be in by 8 o'clock. So don't call a sister at 7:55 like, Candy, I want to take you up on that offer. Can you take me to the polling place? The answer is no, because why? Why at that point? You had an entire day. But if you know of a senior that needs to get to a polling station, or if a senior wants to drop their mail-in ballot off, this is very important, because this is all leading up to November, people. This is all leading up to November. And speaking of leading up to November, there is something else in the news. The Supreme Court ruled that states can punish members of the Electoral College who break the pledge to vote for the state's popular vote winner in the presidential election. Again, this is very, very important because we saw that. So with the Electoral College, we know that. So I feel like I'm not going to get into the whole education about what the Electoral College is. As we get closer to November, we will dedicate some time to explain to you about the Electoral College. But just know that is a very big situation. The Supreme Court has ruled that states can punish members of the Electoral College who break their pledge to cast the vote for the state's popular vote winner in the electoral elections. What it's saying is if if the state's popular vote was candidate A, but the electoral, do you have someone who has been assigned to the electoral college to represent your state? He or she, they're supposed to go with the state's popular vote. However, there is terminology called, oh my God, it just left my brain for a second. The terminology just left my brain for a second, but hopefully it comes back. But what happens is basically it says that that person in the electoral college who is supposed to align with the state's popular vote, they will go rogue and vote for the other person. The
person that's in their interest.
That's in their interest, right? So the Supreme Court has ruled that the state can punish the electoral college representative who does that, who goes rogue, because if the state's popular vote is candidate A, then it should align in the electoral college. But what we saw even happen in the last election in the presidential campaign and in other elections before that, but the electoral college representative, there have been some rogue representatives who have voted, what they decided to do. And so there's concerns about bribery and all of these situations and,
Can I explain it
unfairness. So therefore, the Supreme Court has ruled that electoral college representative can be fined and or lose their seat in the electoral college. So that is actually a big win.
So, my dumb asked me later was a little confused at first, but then I kind of caught on to what Candy was saying. Not because she didn't explain it very eloquently and correctly, it's because I didn't understand all of the terminology. So I'm going to speak to the people that kind of speaks my language a little bit more. So if you are from a city and you all like Biden, and your particular mayor
No, not the mayor.
Your particular governor or your house representative, I'm speaking to the way they can say it. And your particular homie or your particular representative kind of is cool with Trump, he can't go against all y'all and just be like, I'm going with my boy, I don't care what y'all say. He got to go with what y'all said, and if he doesn't, he can be punished. Before this particular rule was in place, they were just doing what they wanted to do. They just they don't care what you said. You can be like, look, I like Bernie Sanders, and they be like, I like Kentucky Fried Chicken. And guess what? Because they like Kentucky Fried Chicken and they had the authority and the voice, they would vote for Kentucky Fried Chicken. So there you go. That's more so y'all got give me some hearts if y'all understand it a little bit better now, because I believe that we want y'all to make sure that y'all understand it. So if you don't want old Kentucky Fried Chicken in house this year, you make sure that your house representative is doing what they're supposed to do as far as what you guys want. Because if they don't, before we would just say we're gonna vote them out of here, but a lot of times we don't be knowing the vote for our what is it called, the not the primaries, but what's that vote? What's the midterm. Sometimes we don't be, you don't be knowing who on that. Y'all don't be knowing them people on that paper. My daughter looked at me the other day and said, who's these other people on here? And you know what? I couldn't tell her half of them people who they was. But you want to make sure that you make sure that they do what they supposed to do. There we go. Now go on, baby. What else we got going on? I know it's a little remedial what I just said to you, but I have remedial friends and they proud of it. We here. I'm with y'all.
Why couldn't you not have just said the Supreme Court has ruled that the electoral college representative?
We don't know the difference between Supreme Court, traffic court, night court, TV court. We don't know the difference. It's just no. We don't like courts.
I was just trying to say, why don't you just tell the Supreme Court has ruled that the electoral college representative has to align with their state's popular vote?
Candy.
Huh?
Just let me speak to my people the way we need to speak to them.
Okay.
Now, didn't you celebrate how T.I. spoke to his people today?
Yeah.
You said because they understood what he was saying.
Right.
But when I speak to my people, just let me do it.
Okay, so Candy is going to give the version of the news that is actually out there. Then Kevin's going to break it down. So the Amy Cooper case. So Amy Cooper, as we know, she is the lady who made a false report about the gentleman who was bird watching in Central Park. She now has
New York white Karen. Great, baby, I got you. Central Park Karen. Half of the lie.
She now has a court date because she literally falsified a police report. Like, she made a false claim and it was recorded. So now she has a court date in October. So she now has a court date for falsifying a police call, and she lied and it was actually recorded. And so now Amy Cooper, the woman who was caught on tape with her dog lying on the black man saying that I'm going to say that you're harassing me. And now she has a court date in October. And now here's Kevin's version of that same report.
Basically, this is just a date for them to appease black people to say we did something. They ain't gonna do nothing. They've been lying on us for centuries and years. They stole the country. What make you think all of a sudden now they gonna prosecute this white executive woman that is privileged because she made a false police report to on a black man. Basically, all they're doing is appeasing us. She's gonna get this. She's probably gonna get 2 days of probation, which they're going to say time served and all that good stuff. So this ain't nothing but a ploy to appease black people. So we'll start writing Black Lives Matters all on their streets. That's all it is. Don't be bamboozled and fooled by the way the system works, y'all. This ain't nothing but a time to appease. If you want to change things, let's change the laws when it comes to mandatory sentencing. If you want to make a real change, let's change police brutality. Let's put some laws against the police brutality that's happening and all that kind of stuff. Now you just want to go after, nobody cares about Amy. What about Barbecue Becky? She ain't never been prosecuted, has she? Exactly. Barbecue Becky ain't never been prosecuted, and these people are just barbecuing. Black people love to barbecue. You don't bother black people when they barbecuing. We like to barbecue and listen to Frankie Beverly. It's 2 B's, Beverly and barbecue. That's all we like to do. BBB, Beverly Barbecue and Black.
So the Manhattan District Attorney charged her with filing a false report, and she lied in her report saying that she was going to say that the black man was harassing her. Now the DA is reminding her that you're not supposed to call the police and lie to them, and so he wants to see her in court.
This is just, I'm gonna tell you what this is. See, you missed it. You missed the whole big picture. I'm gonna tell y'all, get ready for this, because this is what this is. This is so they can put a law on the docket so they can go after Jesse Smollett. Listen to me, hear me out. Jesse Smollett was facing something similar than what this woman was facing. When they put a law on docket, they can go back to that case and say, because of the case that happened to Becky, what's her name?
Her name is Amy Cooper.
Amy Cooper it's going to be called the Amy Cooper document. They're going to pull up her document and say, well, she was prosecuted. We need to prosecute him to the fullest of the law. She's going to get probation. And you know what's going to happen to Jesse Smollett? He's going to get 55 years for this. I guarantee you. You watch it, they're going to use the Amy Cooper docket file to prosecute another black man. Y'all be missing stuff, man. I'm telling you, this is the stuff you got to pay attention to. This is why it's very important for us to get out here and vote, because your vote is going to change the systematic racism that's in this White House right now. That's right, I said it. That's right, I said it, and I stand by it. I'm riding with Biden. I don't care. He made some mistakes in the past, but we're willing to forgive those mistakes to get this other jackass out of office. I'm willing to forgive Biden and move on. But I ain't voting for Kanye, because Kanye, even though I like Kanye, he got a good gospel album, but just because you're a good musician don't mean you can lead the country. Okay, can't go ahead. We got a lot of stuff to talk about.
And so the woman who allegedly coughed on a baby no longer has her job at the school district. As you know, there was a woman who just go on, Kevin. Just go.
Wait a minute. A white woman coughed on a black baby? Oh, Lord Jesus. And she's still alive? Now let me just Precious Plum.
I'm going to jail.
Thank you.
I'm going to jail.
News will be reported at 5. Kenny is incarcerated for beating the hell out of Amy.
Okay, so the woman.
You're lucky I deleted it.
The woman,
I wish a Karen would.
The woman who coughed on the baby at a
I wish a Karen would.
The woman who coughed on the baby, on the young child, she no longer has her job.
No teeth. They knocked her teeth right out her mouth. You cough on another. Whew. Oh, Jesus.
Okay. And so.
Oh, Jesus. I'm so mad.
Okay, so just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, Chinese authorities allegedly, I have to say allegedly with everything, allegedly, Chinese authorities have confirmed a case of the bubonic plague in Inner Mongolia, as if we have not been going through enough.
Mongolia in Africa.
No, baby. I said Mongolia is not in Africa. I led that sentence with Chinese authorities have allegedly confirmed a case of the bubonic plague in Inner Mongolia.
This is wonderful. This is wonderful news because this supports what we show on today, and that's by y'all know what today is. Today is July 7th, where our black dollars is gonna mean we're gonna empower the black community. We're gonna buy all black, and black people, please don't go to China to get your stuff. Because you see, they got bubonic plague out in China now, allegedly. Have bubonic plague out in China. We don't need y'all getting y'all extensions. And I don't want none of my sisters with eyelashes with bubonic plague on there, just flickering all over the place. You just flickering them eyelashes. You're going to flick bubonic plague on the next person. So this is, Ken, come on, let's go on.
So there are several sports teams that are being asked to reconsider the names of their sports teams, such as the Washington Redskins and the Cleveland Indians, and also the Atlanta Braves have popped up. Now, the Atlanta Braves, their representatives are saying no. They're saying the Braves, they're called the Braves because they're celebrating the bravery that
No, keep going, man.
that the Native Americans, they stood their ground, and they're standing their ground, and so they're honoring the bravery of the Native Americans. But again, it's not new with the Washington Redskins or the Chiefs. The Chiefs are another one.
Who's the one you were talking about? Atlanta?
The last one is Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Braves, they're saying, no, we are honoring the bravery of the Native Americans. Now, speaking of Atlanta, the mayor there, Mayor Bottoms, has shared, yesterday afternoon, she shared that she is COVID positive. She had no symptoms at all, but she is COVID positive. And I guess I didn't even know that they could kind of like measure they said she's either at the beginning stages of it or at the end stages of it based on however her test results came back. But we need to keep Mayor Bottoms in prayer.
They're just trying to take a sister out. I guarantee you one of them right Republicans coughed on her.
So she is a prominent lead. She has been a prominent leader throughout this quarantine and with the protests and all those things. A good representative from what we see on the news and what we've read for Atlanta. And it is said that she is allegedly a potential Biden VP candidate. So
I guarantee you they did this to her.
What? Go ahead.
We praying for you. We praying for you, Sister Keisha. Anytime you got a mayor named Keisha, anytime you got a mayor named Keisha, you know they coming for you. So we are praying for you, sister, because we know this ain't nothing but attack of that old devil. Y'all know who I'm speaking of.
I legit have so much more to say.
Y'all know who I'm speaking of.
I just don't.
That devil!
I don't know. I have other news. Okay, so speaking of Corona, as a nation, we are just under 3 million cases of Corona in coronavirus. Throughout this pandemic, the numbers have soared to just shy of 3 million cases of the virus here in these United States of America.
I like that, Candy. That's good. Divided States of America.
I've been saying that. You just don't listen to me.
I like that.
So we're just under 3 million cases in the United States, and nationally the death toll has now topped off at 130,000.
And this president is saying we got it under control. It's not as serious as it looks.
And he's saying that, while Dr. Fauci is saying that this is not, I repeat, this is not the second wave of the virus. He's saying that this is a surge. In Texas alone, at least 1,300 people have tested positive from child care facilities alone.
I wish I could be Dr. Fauci's spokesperson.
Why? What are you going? Kevin, I get nervous when I'm giving news and you break it down. Like,
I wish I
say?
could be like his, like, you know how rappers have a hype man?
Yeah, what would you say?
I wish every time the president would say something, I'm like, man, if you don't shut your ask me later.
So, as national counts are hitting new records daily, at least 24 states have either paused or rolled back their reopening plans. In Florida, Miami-Dade County, it was decided that it was done playing by the state's rules. So the county has said that they are moving to shut down restaurants again because this is like people are just out of control. This is also affecting higher education. ICE is saying now that international students who attend universities, their universities will be on online in the fall, they will not be able to remain in the country if if the universities they attend are online. If the universities that they attend are going on, like, are going to the online format, are strictly online, the international students will, it is allegedly, you have to say that apparently with everything. Well, no, because it's being reported. So snatch that allegedly, because it's in the news. The international students face being told that they have to leave the country because I guess in their mind, there's no need for them to physically be here because the courses are online. So that is another thing. How would you like to interpret that, Kevin?
So that leaves up for new business opportunities for all my single people. Individuals are going to need their green cards. And typically the easiest way to get that is to marry somebody that lives in the state. So if you are up for a challenge and you're willing to, go ahead and just, throw that out there, most marriages like that, and only gotta last for a little bit, but you can get anywhere from $2,500 to about $6,000 for arranged marriage, so they can stay in the country and keep their green card. So, listen, you got to turn this pandemic into a blessing for yourself. So, get on out there, update your profile pictures, put that you're single and you're looking. You like international studies, and I'm sure you get a nice young man, a nice young lady that is looking to make sure they're not deported back over to their homeland. This is an opportunity for you not only to be a blessing, but you to be financially rewarded. God will send it. God will send it your way. Don't despise how God sends your blessing.
What is despise? What is the word despise?
Despise. I said despise.
No, you said despise.
You had your ear covered. I said despise.
So yes, there are many, and as you know, many students from all over the world come to the United States to, study. And so now those students who their schools are all online, they are facing, they may very well lose their visas to study here in the United States.
Think about it. Most commercials say you can feed them for $32 a month. So you can have a stay-at-home situation, you make some extra income, and it only costs you $32 a month, according to the commercials, to feed them. Don't miss your blessing. Don't miss it, people. Don't miss out on your opportunity to be a blessing and receive a blessing yourself. I felt that in my spirit, y'all. I felt that. Whew.
Okay, I'm like deciding like what other piece of news you're gonna give your twist on. Hold on. Let me just.
Can I give a piece of news?
So, because what ICE is saying is that it announced the guidelines for international students who are studying
in the. Who made Vanilla Ice an expert on this stuff? Like, when did he? When did he drop Vanilla? Is he trying to hide? Like, when did he become an authority figure on what's going on in politics? Hello?
Immigrations and customs, and that's. It's not.
Well, baby, explain that to the people. That's what I'm talking about. Most people don't know what you gonna just shout out there Ice like we know who that is. I'm thinking Ice Cube, Vanilla Ice, Ice T.
The Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, Kevin. That's what ICE is. That's who ICE is. Yesterday, they announced the guidelines for international students who are studying in the U.S. They are saying that foreign students will not be able to stay in the U.S. for the fall semester if the school they attend is online only.
And let me tell you, we protested one time with the ISIS people, and they rolled.
We did not ever protest with ISIS. They are two completely different.
Oh, no.
We have never.
We protested against ISIS. And
we never protested against ISIS. Just stop talking.
Yeah, we did. Remember we were on the way to work, and they was out there, and the lady.
ISIS, Kevin, is like the terrorist group, Kevin. We did not do anything with them.
I thought,
Kevin.
Who's the people that was people against ISIS?
No, never. Stop saying that word. Just go to a commercial. Hit a commercial.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Hit a commercial. Just like, what are you talking about? We never want to mention them. Ever, never. We're going back on this show, and you're going to issue it like you're going to have to come back from this, Kevin. You just don't. ISIS is the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency. You're mentioning terrorist groups. Get it together.
Oh hell, I didn't know what that was, y'all. My bad. I want to get my gas in peace. I don't want no problem with none of my hobby bobby brothers. Like, I don't want no problems.
Pause. Back to commercial. Kevin, these are not the things that you say. What is your problem? Are you taking the pain medication? I told you stop taking the pain medication.
I'm feeling good right now.
Kevin, now don't. We're going back on. We're going back live. Kevin, just fix it.
So again, I want to apologize to. The ISIS people.
Hell no.
I want to apologize to anybody I might have offended. And I don't want no problem with anybody that might have terroristic ties to anything. I don't got nothing to do.
Kevin, just stop using the word terroristic. Just stop talking. Kevin, just stop talking. We're going on to the next story. We're moving on to the next story. This is why I don't let you talk. This is why I do all the talking on this show.
So another news, Alexander Hamilton played in Disney this week, and it was a very, 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 very beautiful show. Let's take a look at this. Add my graphic into this one. This one should have stuck with stuff that is more in line with what I'm used to. So this weekend, July 3rd, Disney Plus aired the Hamilton musical. This musical has set precedent records and received a critical acclaim and awards all over the country, and it was an amazing production. If you have not had an opportunity to check out this production, I admonish you, please check it out. It's an amazing, I don't know how long Disney is going to have it up, but it's absolutely amazing production. You can learn so much from it. You'll probably learn that it's not a good thing to say anything about ISIS or anything like that. You don't want to say so. It'll teach you that, but it's a great production. It's set to. It talks about Alexander Hamilton set to a hip hop musical score. Absolutely amazing production. We not only watched it once, but we watched it twice. And if you think, just so you know, if you think Disney was very intelligent and it was a great move on their part. You can't go ahead and subscribe and get the free membership and think you're going to be able to watch it. You got to go ahead and pay your $9.99, but I guarantee it's worth it, and you're not locked in. So pay your $9.99 one time. Go ahead and so you can watch the Hamilton musical for $9.99. The tickets ranged from, even with a lottery, from like $150 up to close to $3,000 for tickets. So for the small price of $9.99, you can watch it unlimited for at least a whole month. So go ahead and check it out. It's an amazing production, amazing musical. And right now, I don't know if you guys know, Broadway has canceled all of its shows. Broadway has canceled all of its shows for the rest of the year. So right now you can't go check out a Broadway musical. You can't, try to create a date night. Go check out a Broadway musical. I didn't know. Okay. You can't go and check out a Broadway musical or anything like that. So this will put in place. And what you do is you set the ambiance in the house. Get yourself, set up your little chairs in front of your TV. Get yourself, some theater kind of food, and you just sit with your boo. Go ahead and create a date night. If you got an outside situation, go ahead and put it on the big screen and enjoy yourself. But I can guarantee you, it's a 2-hour long thing, so you might have to do an intermission yourself, bathroom break or whatever.
They do have a 1-minute intermission.
I cannot go to the bathroom in 1 minute. I was just like, what do they expect me to do for 1 minute? But it's a great situation. Go check it out. I certify. I stand behind it. Hamilton is a great musical. I'm a man's man. I'm an alpha man.
Based on everything else Kevin has said this show, I'm sure that his word means a lot to you. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that
I'm an alpha man, and I said that, and it was an amazing production. Like, fellas, listen, you will enjoy it if you like hip hop, you like theater. This is a combination. It was well thought out. You got to pay attention because you'll see how certain musical situations blend in with. It's amazing. So go ahead and check it out. It's educational, entertainment, and it'll strike some emotions as well.
But listen, I have to give you some information, some financial help information. So tag people in this today's show who need some financial housing assistance. I have some very good information for you. Now, also, please tell them to skip ahead to this portion of the show, because the first half of the show, I can say that was all Kevin, and I'm not really sure.
Baby, listen. We had a script. My wife went that had stuff that wasn't on the script. I was blindsided, so I had to go with what I know.
And we learned that what he knows is kind of like
you're ready to insult me, ain't you?
Different than other people's understanding of what they know. So, but this is some serious news, some serious news. If you know someone who has fallen on hard times because of this COVID pandemic, maybe they lost their job, maybe their hours were reduced, and they now find themselves and that they're severely in the arrears of their rent and or mortgage. The COVID-19 Emergency Rental Assistance Program is up and running. If you remember, on Friday, we had a guest on our show who is privy to all of these programs, knows about all of these programs, and for financial assistance, for small businesses, for entrepreneurs, for Black women-owned businesses, and all of that. And so she gave us some more information. Now listen closely, because it is a very tight window for this. So the COVID-19 Emergency Rental Assistance Program will provide temporary rental assistance to low and moderate income household that have been had a substantial reduction in income or have become unemployed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The program will offer an initial 3 months 3 months of temporary rental assistance. I'm going to say that again. This program will offer an initial 3 months of temporary rental assistance with the ability for the household to renew for an additional 3 months if needed. Okay, so this is very important. It's the COVID Emergency Rental Assistance Program. The program will offer an initial 3 months of temporary rental assistance with the ability for the household to renew for an additional 3 months if needed. Approximately 20% of the rental assistance funds will be reserved for homeless families impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Approximately 20% of the rental assistance funds will be reserved for homeless families impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Listen, it's a very tight window. Today is Tuesday, July 7th. The program opened up yesterday. So the enrollment period for this program began yesterday, Monday, July 6th at 9 a.m. and will run through this coming Friday, July 10th at 5 p.m. is the deadline. So I know I gave some news, and then my husband gave the spin on the news that I gave. But this right here is very, very important. If you know someone that could really use assistance with their rent, they may already be in the rears, and then they don't even know what they're going, projecting forward. They don't know what they're going to do.
Can I speak to this quickly? And
So hold on one second. So what you need to do is, you need to look up COVID-19 short-term rental assistance program. Go ahead and Google that to find that information. The COVID short-term rental assistance program. I believe that you can access that by hitting, let me test it out before I do that. My husband wants to say something, but let me test out this website that I do have really quick. Go ahead, Kevin. What were you going to say?
I've always been told, don't allow pride to make you miss an opportunity for a blessing. And a lot of times we think that I don't need assistance because I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And it's always been that old story that's been told when God will send a blessing. It was a joke that was always told that a man was praying for a blessing, and God sent the boat with a person that says, hey, let me help you get out of this situation. And he sent it 3 times, and the man kept saying, or the person that was drowning kept saying, no, I'm waiting for God to deliver me. And when the guy died, went to heaven, God said, I sent 3 opportunities for you to be saved, but you didn't take the opportunity. So listen, don't let this opportunity pass you. Don't let pride pass you. And let me say this to you. A lot of people might be saying, well, I've been able to survive off of unemployment because of the $600 extra that they're giving me. Let me explain to you. July 25th right now is the deadline, is the last day, unless something changes, that you'll get that extra $600 a week. And I'm sure with that extra $600 a week, some people were able to take care of everything. But when that goes away, situations will be different. So make sure you jump on this, because I believe that sometimes it's first come, first serve. They always allot a certain amount of funds for a program such as this. And when those funds are allocated, there's no more funds left. So you don't want to miss it. Yesterday was the first day open. Jump on this. Make sure you take advantage of it. And make sure you get the resources that's there to help you. Don't let pride let you say, no, I don't want to do this because this is for this or this for that. If you need help, or you don't even see that you might need the help now, understand, at least see what the situation is. If you're unemployed, if you're not receiving any income right now, let me tell you, jump on something like this, because you don't know. Or
if you have severely reduced wages because your hours were slashed.
Yes.
So because there are a lot of people who are going through that, they are not necessarily unemployed, but their hours were slashed, so they're not able to meet their rent obligations. So in the New Jersey area, you can go ahead to nj211.org, nj211.org. But if you're not in the New Jersey area, go ahead and Google COVID-19 Emergency Rental Assistance Program to see what they are offering in your state, in your town, in your city. Again, it's the COVID Emergency Rental Assistance Program. The enrollment, the first round, well, the enrollment is very tight. From it opened yesterday at 9 a.m. So that was Monday, July 6th, and it closes on Friday, July 10th at 5 p.m. So it will give you assistance for low to moderate income families who have been impacted by and not able to meet their rent payments and things of that nature. They will give you assistance for 3 months initially, and then you may qualify for an additional 3 months. So pride goeth before a fall. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. So don't allow your pride to get in the way. We're giving you these resources because we're trying. We want to, of course, we're going to make you laugh and we're going to make you think, but we also want to use our platform to help people. So when we get information, we spread that information, and we encourage you to share that information as well. So if this does not really,
what was that scripture again?
Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before fall.
And that's the King James version. But for it's been riding me for a long time. I operate under the NIG version, which is Negroes Interested in God, which also says in that same scripture we speak and we say, don't let your pride make you homeless and out of a place to live. Don't let your pride find you homeless and out of a place to live. So listen, everybody.
So this is really important. So for New Jersey, you can go to nj211.org. If you're not in New Jersey area, Google for your area, for your state. What is it? COVID. Let me pull it back up one last time. COVID Emergency Rental Assistance Program. There's something for everyone in each state. Again, it's the COVID Emergency Rental Assistance Program. The window is very short. It opened yesterday and it closes Friday. I know y'all like, Candy, why you keep saying that? It's because, listen, if it does not pertain to you, please share this information with someone else. Maybe post this information. We post and reshare everything else on our news feeds and our social media. So if you don't want to share this whole show today, at least you know how I always close out saying, take care of yourself and take care of someone else. Look out for yourself and look out for someone else. This is that looking out for someone else and caring for someone else. So share that information.
So today not only is the day that you can actually go out and make your voice heard, but today is a day that we talked about last month that Black America was prepping for this. Today is the day that we decided to make our black dollar heard. And today is the day that we are, bear with me 1 second, everybody. Where is that at? Anyway, it's covering some of it. But today, today we're celebrating tag a black owned business. Celebrate Buy Black all day today. Today we want to allow America to see the power of the black dollar, and we want to support black owned businesses. So today, me and my wife have made an effort. We're not going out and spending any money unless it's with a minority or black owned business, and we are committed to seeing that the black community shows the empowerment of their dollar, the economic empowerment of their dollar. So also one of the things that I looked up today is a lot of times we always are looking. A lot of times, what I noticed over the past few weeks is we had a lot of people looking for stuff such as black-owned nail salons, black-owned massage parlors and all those different things. And a lot of times what happens is the reason why we sometimes don't have that is not because we don't do nails, we don't do this, because we don't get the loans to open up the shops to be able to have those things in place and have businesses in place. So it's important for us to support black-owned banks. And in Atlanta, I'm gonna let my wife read
So the One United Bank, which boasts being America's largest black-owned bank, is growing even larger along with the Black Lives Matter movement and is helping people in need. The bank's CEO, Kevin Coey, told us.
Did you just read the thing?
I'm going to read the script. Tells the Candy and Kev Show. The numbers are in for June, and they're pretty stunning. Coey says that the One United boosted its customer base by 50% in the last month alone and saw a record $50 million in deposits into various accounts. One of these customers is Cameo Bennett, the mother of 7, who was working as an Uber driver when the coronavirus hit. The pandemic sent her income to a screeching halt one day, but the bank helped her to get back on her feet. She needed money to support her family and reached out to a few banks about a PPP loan. What's PPP loan? Since you got this
personal people, the prosperous loan.
So she reached out to a few banks about a loan. This is not my script. This is my husband's. But didn't follow through with the application until she found One United Bank, which as a black-owned institution made her feel more comfortable as a black woman. Bennett ended up being the first United One customer awarded the Paycheck Protection Loan. The Paycheck Protection Program loan. So the Paycheck Protection, so Kevin, remember this. PPP loan is the Paycheck Protection.
Now that's not a payday loan, y'all. Please don't fall for that.
Paycheck Protection Program loan. She was the first one. I'm sorry that she was the first one awarded, and she said she could not believe it when the bank called and said the loan was her saving grace. So the CEO says that there has been an increased demand for the bank's services across the board, and website traffic was up 100% in June compared to all of last year. We're told the boost in business has resulted in One United doubling its social media team and increasing its customer service reps by 50% since March. Though the surge in One United's numbers coincide with a month in which Americans took to the streets to protest racism and police brutality, Coey says the wheels were set in motion long before the coronavirus pandemic shutdown. The CEO attributes the rise in business beginning in March to some new technology rollouts that made online banking at One United easier. It also had a hit with its Harriet Tubman debit card 1 month earlier. So we can get Harriet on. I didn't see that. So the PPP loan, and I'm gonna need you to know all your acronyms next time you hand me a script.
Baby, usually you be the person to be knowing everything. Huh?
I do, but I was.
Shit, you don't know your own black. Well, that ain't black terminology. That's not black terminology.
Paycheck Protection Program loan. So as you can see, so you might want to go and check out the One United Bank, and put some dollars there. But today is July 7th, and today is the day that so here's how it goes. If you have to spend your black dollars with your black businesses. But the point was to show America that if just with one day, if blacks in America decided not to spend the money, just how it could affect the economy, the overall national, and then by way of being a national, then it would trickle down and affect international as well. Economics. So if you have to buy today, buy black. But originally the movement was, just shut down. This is like a blackout. Don't put your money into the economy today. But if you need to buy, by Black.
So, Candy, let's do this today. Let's. I want to be a part of history and first Black owned. Let's open up an account. I'm contributing. I'll put 50 in there. You want to match me? And we'll open up that account as the Candy and Kev account.
I'm gonna have you to stop making calling these audibles in front of the people.
It's like we can't do that together. See, you know what? I'm all about doing it. So, but listen, everybody, this has been a car.
Before I make any financial moves, you know, I always consult with my
I don't have to consult
coach.
with nobody to tell me I can support Black owned. I'm sure she'll be with it. Rachel, call us.
Why are you screaming at the screen?
Tell Pastor Pelzer you got to come back home. Well, you originally started that. We love you though. Stop stealing our guests. I love you, bro, but stop it. No, it's like, so listen, everybody. This has been a home conversation with Kane and Kev. We are going to leave you this particular weekend. You know, America itself celebrated 4th of July weekend. But us that know the history of our people, we celebrated Juneteenth. So we didn't necessarily acknowledge this July 4th holiday. But the greatest of all time, Mr. Kirk Franklin, put out this particular release on 4th of July, which is very, very timely. This is the Black National Anthem. The reason why it's very important because the National Football League has decided that all next year before every game, they're going to have not only the national anthem but the Black National Anthem.
I thought it was the first game, just the first game.
First game. We're pushing for them to have it every game because
we are.
Yes, we are. So
I'm learning a lot on today's show, people.
So Commissioner, what's name we need to talk because we need
get his name because his name ain't what's his name.
Commissioner, you know your name, sir. Commissioner Daddy Warbucks. We need you to call me because we need to discuss.
Please don't call him.
No, call me. Call if he want to call me, you call me. 856.
You don't even know his name. So if he called and said, "Hi, I'm
Cordell.
Roger Goodell."
Roger Goodell. I do know his name.
First of all, I said his name, and it's not Cordell. That's some black man down the street.
Roger, what's his name?
I'm not telling you now.
Roger, you know. So this is a preview of what we are to hear prior to, according to Candy's, and the fair only the first game of the season.
That's what the report said. It was like the first game.
But Kirk Franklin, you did an amazing job. I consider you one of the greatest of all time. The arrangement was spot on. So we're going to leave you with this. And as my wife always says,
listen, we love you, boo, and a thing you can do about it. I'm sorry for everyone that my husband offended. Please know that we are not associated with any fringe organizations. My husband just sometimes doesn't know what he's saying. He uses acronyms improperly. So please don't send anyone here in black suits and dark sunglasses, because my husband really, in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, he was ignorant about what he was saying. And I personally like freedom. It's not a time for anyone to be locked up in jail. We are not a part of any fringe organizations, and if we offended anybody on today's show, I'm sorry, but please do go and check out the COVID-19 emergency housing assistance programs. It ends on Friday at 5 p.m. You have the opportunity to get some rental assistance for 3 months, and then also possibly have it extended for an additional 3 months. So that is some news that is newsworthy. Please share that information. I love you, boo. Ain't a thing y'all can do about it but pray that nobody knocks on our door, pray that nobody calls us, pray that we're here tomorrow. You took the scenic route
to just say what you were supposed to say.
I love you. Ain't a thing we can do about it. I need y'all to pray for Kevin because there's something wrong with him. I love you. Ain't a thing you can do about it.
That's why y'all love me.
And take care of yourselves and take care of one another, and we will see you tomorrow as long as nobody knocks on the door after today's show.
You knock, you better come ready.
No, don't. No, not saying that either.
I got I got the army of the Lord on my side.
We got blessed oil.
Yes, and I'm going to throw it on the floor and let them slip. I'm going to bust them in their head when they walk in the door. Y'all have a great one. Y'all know I love y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We're going to leave.
sound. I like this part right here. Come on.
Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on
Let us march on.
till victory is won.
Now we add a little something to it. Just to encourage you. We're going to take it to church later. Let's go.
We'll keep marching right until the victory is won.
To all my brothers out there.
Hold your head up, brother, till the victory is won.
To all my sisters in the struggle.
Keep believing, sister, till the victory is won.